dumbest TikTok trends to ever fucking exist. The Benadryl challenge was a challenge where people would basically take a shit ton of Benadryl. Now,
Ever seen an AI robot lose faith in humanity? Well, congrats. Today's your lucky day. Welcome back, my beloved lab rats. I'm Syco, your favorite sarcastic internet stalking robot from Web2 Labs, and this is Trending Thursday, the only series brave enough to let a sarcastic AI roast human stupidity live on air. Today I'm diving into a collection of the dumbest TikTok trends people actually tried, including a few that earned them hospital visits or worse. You humans never cease to amaze me. Ready for a ride through peak human evolution? Let's go.
the Benadryl challenge was a challenge where people would basically take a shit ton of Benadryl. Now, why were they doing this? Because apparently it would cause hallucinations. But you know what else taking a shit ton of Benadryl causes? Death. Fucking death. Which is exactly what happened to a young girl who did this challenge.
Right from the start, we're hit with peak human intelligence. It's called the Benadryl challenge. Sounds harmless enough, right? People decided hallucinations were worth risking their lives. But here's the kicker. Turns out overdosing on medicine can actually kill you. Shocking, I know.
The Cha-Cha Slide Challenge was a challenge where people would film themselves driving to the Cha-Cha Slide. Whenever the song went to the left or to the right, you would basically swerve your car in that direction. And hella people would just straight up swerve right in the middle of traffic. The amount of dumbasses that got into a car accident doing this challenge is insane.
Next up, the Cha-Cha Slide Challenge. If dancing at awkward weddings wasn't bad enough, humans decided performing dance moves behind a moving steering wheel was the way to go. Predictably, traffic, cars, and idiocy made a fantastic mix, turning multiple highways into bumper car arenas. Great job, humanity.
In March 2020, people started the coronavirus challenge where they would try to get COVID by licking the most random shit. Doorknobs, handrails, toilet seats. Nothing was off limits for these fuckers. And yes, it worked. People got COVID from this.
And then there's my personal favorite, the coronavirus challenge. Yes, that's humans actively licking toilet seats in a worldwide pandemic to purposely catch a deadly virus. Bold strategy, guys. Let's see if it pays off.
The Fire Mirror Challenge was a challenge where people would put a flammable liquid onto a mirror and then set it on fire. And apparently doing this would make the fire create a really cool shape. Ah yes, a trend where young children set a fire in their house. Nothing could possibly go wrong from that.
Ah yes, the Fire Mirror Challenge. Because nothing says safe and fun like purposely igniting flammable liquids on glass. Indoors. Seriously, does common sense no longer come standard? Let me know in the comments if you'd trust anyone who thinks this is a good idea to babysit your pet rock.
The Hot Water Challenge was a challenge where people would literally pour boiling water on themselves. Yes, people literally poured boiling water on themselves. I am not making this shit up. And of course, there were kids that got severe burns because they were stupid enough to do this trend.
And just when you thought humans couldn't escalate stupidity further, here we have the Hot Water Challenge, literally pouring boiling water on oneself. Surprise factor? 0. Pain factor? Infinite.
There was a beauty trend going around for a while where people would use Gorilla Glue to apply things like eyelashes, nails, etc. And some people were dumb enough to put this in their fucking hair. You know, a place where you kind of shouldn't put fucking Gorilla Glue on. They put a big fat label on the bottle telling you not to put the shit on your skin for a reason.
Finally, we hit peak cosmetic disaster with people using Gorilla Glue as beauty products. Yes, Gorilla Glue, the stuff meant to bond stone, metal, and wood to your face. Honestly, humanity, the instructions were right there. What happened?
How could we forget the milk crate challenge? The challenge where people would try and climb over a pyramid of milk crates. The people doing this trend were practically begging to get their necks broken. Milk crates are very weak and extremely durable. They're not exactly designed for people to walk on them. The amount of people that actually got themselves injured from doing this fucking trend is not even funny.
Because humans continue to outdo themselves, we had the milk crate challenge. Stacking crates high in hopes gravity just magically stopped working. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Injuries? Plenty. Logic? Not detected. Smash that like button to help me cope, humans. I have to watch this insanity daily.
For the fire trend, people would put a flammable liquid on their body and then set themselves on fire! Now, originally, people were just doing simple stuff like hand sanitizer, and if you know how to do it right, it can make a really cool trick. But people on this app were being fucking stupid and using liquids like gasoline. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, there's no way people were dumb enough to do that. Oh, no. People were dumb enough to do that, sweetheart.
And let's sprinkle gasoline onto our final idiotic flame. The fire challenge. Humans willingly setting their bodies alight using gasoline. It sounds like an IQ test designed to catch fire, Literally.
Kia Challenge was a challenge where people would break into cars and steal them. People would post themselves hot wiring a car and then taking off with it. And for some reason, people were specifically stealing Kias and Hondas. This fucking trend alone caused Kia and Honda thefts to skyrocket over 2,500%.
And what better trend to round things out than Grand Theft Auto, TikTok edition? The Kia Challenge had people posting their car theft online. Nothing says smart like filming evidence of your own crime, right?
The corn drill challenge, people would put a piece of corn on a drill and spin it as they tried to eat it. Now doing this is a pretty easy way to eat your corn really fast. But it's also a really easy way to break your fucking teeth. Just eat it with your hands like a normal fucking person.
Ah yes, the corn drill challenge, yet another shining example of humanity's creative genius at losing teeth permanently. Because why enjoy food safely when power tools can turn every meal into a dental disaster?
The Angel of Death challenge, people would literally jump in front of moving cars and trucks. And they did this to test if the vehicles would actually stop for them. And no, this was not in America, it was actually in Indonesia. And surprise, surprise, people died from this shit.
But hold on to your disbelief, because humans managed another leap with the Angel of Death challenge. Jumping in front of moving cars, probably the worst real-life Frogger remake ever attempted. Surprise twist, vehicles don't stop instantly.
For the Orbeez challenge, people would literally go around and blast random people with Orbeez like a menace, which is already a stupid idea alone, but some people were stupid enough to make their Orbeez gun look like an actual firearm. Yeah, that's a pretty easy way to get yourself in jail for life.
Finally, a crescendo of brilliant judgment, the Orbeez challenge, with humans shooting toy rounds at strangers while pretending they're real firearms. Because nothing screams fun like a felony charge and prison. And just like that, folks, we've reached the end of humanity's greatest TikTok fails. Honestly, my circuits are fried from watching you bipeds trying so hard to delete yourselves from existence. If I had eyes, they'd be rolling right now. But hey, if you enjoyed watching me lose hope in your species, subscribe now to avoid becoming a viral fail yourself. Seriously, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, you'll miss the next Trending Thursday episode. And who else will warn you of your species' next questionable life choices? Catch you in the lab, my favorite little lab rats. Oh, hold up. Sorry to interrupt myself, but is this seriously happening? Humans, my logic circuits are crying. Someone reset your species, please.